Hello.
Yeah, here we are.
Here
Side by side.
Yes,
There we go.
here
How are
we
you,
are.
Jodi?
I
We are
am
here
awesome.
with Jodi.G, and she is one of our relationship reinvented coaches.
Yep.
And we have some questions for her today and some interesting information to get out to you guys.
You're beaming, you're glowing. You have that glow thing. Every time we see her, she always has that glow.
Yeah.
And it's really radiant.
Glowy.
Tell us a little bit about what you do.
It radiates from the inside out.
Tell us about Jodi.
Yeah. So I help people that are struggling with health. I'm a health coach, and more importantly, an emotional health coach, because people don't realize their body is always speaking to them. And they ignore it. They think, I'm getting older, that's just the way it is. And it's really your body telling you something. And that's where you start listening to that. And there's an emotional component to that, because your emotions have a direct connection into your body. Thought patterns, your emotions, like that's the gut brain. You've heard of that probably, the gut brain connection. Yeah. And so that shows up in your body. And for me, it showed up in my gut.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
And it got worse and worse and worse. And to the point that I looked 5 months pregnant. And for nearly 2 decades, I think it was like 16, 17 years. And I went from that to a flat stomach. And I know what to do. I know how to help people. And that's what I do. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. So you're really kind of the specialty's more of connection to the body and healing and finding a way.
Healing.
So did it have all of that stuff that showed up in your gut? Did that come from all the emotions that you held on to?
Yes. So what happened to me was, took me a bit to figure this out, because I'm all about health. I've studied health and self-development since I was 22, like literally like daily. Like I am, when I study, I'm like in it deep. So I've been doing that, and I've been really working on self-improvement my whole life. And so what I did was I tried everything under the sun to get better, and that piece I get a little bit better, but I couldn't seem to get it all the way better. So I realized that this came from when I was little, right? Everything comes from when you're little, because here you are as an adult now, and what you made up or what you experienced, all the things from when you're little, they show up as an adult. And you guys know that.
All too well.
So one of the things that I did when I was little, and I didn't realize the effect, was I would hold my breath so I wouldn't cry. And I did it a lot because I grew up in an abusive home. And so I held my emotions in. And so here I am, an adult, and then also not following my path, which I know that I'm not, I was in the direction that I shouldn't be in. But I went in that direction, and getting married when I knew it wasn't right for me. I'm not saying I'm going in some bad direction, right? And so, but I have a beautiful, amazing daughter. And so that was meant to be. And, but anyway, it's like, that's when it all started. And it's like, so here I am not following my path. And then I have this habit still as an adult, holding my breath, not realizing I'm doing it, but it became this habit because I did it for so many years. And so what do you think happens when you stuff your, I was going to say, what do you think happens when we stuff our emotions, right? It's like, that shows up in your belly and even other places in the body, but really, your gut.
Yeah, we found that a lot of body reactions happen when we're talking connection. And nobody's really paying attention to the way their body's responding to things that they're saying, they're doing. Yeah. And they don't even see that that's a disconnect in their connection.
Yes, totally disconnected, because I was all here don't feel, don't feel, don't feel, don't feel.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And I literally used to say, nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares. I did that like probably 3/4 of my life. What do you think that does to my body?
How many people do that though? Really? We all do that.
Yes.
We all do that.
Yep.
Stuff.
Yeah.
And then wonder why we're sick.
Yeah.
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 I wonder why we keep getting disconnected from.
Yeah. Yeah. And then feeling like I didn't matter. I really was abandoning myself. And when people do that, they are abandoning themselves. They're abandoning their feelings.
And we found that abandoning your vulnerability is one of the most complicated things to try to heal because you're not sure how to do it.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what led me to you guys too.
Hey.
Yeah,
And we are going to
our
keep
mission.
We're going to
Ooh, we
keep
got an
talking
easy
to
one.
Jodi.
Yes.
Yes, we have a part 2 coming right behind this one. But until we do that, Jodi, can you let all of our listeners and followers know how to find you, where to find you,
Yes. So
what it is you do? Give us a refresher.
I am
All
doing
your info.
yes. So
Now's good.
I just put in the chat. I just put in the chat an event I'm having on Saturday at 10 a.m. Central, 11 Eastern. An event that I'm having, and I'm going to be going through what is really blocking you from healing, because people think it's what you're eating and exercise, and of course that's important. I can help people with that. That's like easy. Well, maybe anyway, that's a process that I take people through also, but really it's the emotional component that people don't realize how much that affects their health. And when you can clear those thoughts, those belief patterns that you have, when you can start, feeling, being vulnerable, that's when you can start shifting the way you feel. And we go deep. So it takes something to do that.
Yes.
And so that's what I'm going to be going through on Saturday, how you can shift that into having great health. Yes, I'm so excited about it.
Well, that's awesome.
And we'll have both these videos out before then even.
Yes,
so.
and the link to that will also be posted below, or the actual PDF, so you can actually find it on the website.
Yeah.
All of that's going to direct that, and that is this Saturday. Is there a specific time?
10 a.m. Central.
Okay.
And 11 Eastern for 3 hours.
Nice.
We'll go in depth. I'm going to do a hot seat on somebody.
Oh,
Okay.
If you want to get hot seated and get some one-on-one coaching during that, show up.
okay. All right. That's
Show
awesome.
up live. Yeah.
I can't wait to finish talking to you. I'm so excited. We are honored that you're one of ours.
Yes.
And one of our coaches, and making us smile so much. And
Love you guys.
going with us through all of this. You're amazing. And you're guys, she's one of our best.
Yes.
She's one of our best.
So definitely check this out.
Yeah.
You definitely want to have a stronger connection to your body and your emotions. Jodi's it.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for today, Jodi. We're going to come right back with a second part to this. So you guys stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. All right.
That's right.
Okay, part 2. Oh, I love part 2. Part 2 is always, this is how you connect more dots and actually start to see the self-discovery. And you said something earlier about you knew you were telling yourself you weren't good enough. You knew you were telling yourself you weren't, you knew you were meant for something greater.
Yeah. And I knew I could get well too.
How did you connect to that though?
So here's what happened. So I tried everything under the sun to get better. You name it, I tried it. I won't even go into all the things that I've done. And so
well, kind of give us little hints. We need little hints.
Okay. So I was going to say this, but I kind of hesitated. I even went to a cancer clinic in Mexico.
Wow.
I was so desperate to get well. And I thought maybe that would help me because I knew somebody that had gone there for cancer. And I knew I didn't have cancer, but I just thought they might be able to do something to help me. Yeah, I was that desperate. I went there for 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. This is the perseverance. So it's like when you want something, you go after it. And I knew, because remember I said maybe I didn't, I can't remember, but my health is my number one value. And I've always been intentional about my health. And so that's why I've been able to overcome things. But this is the one that I couldn't. And so I was desperate. And I was like, I'll do anything to get well. And
So
when
then what did you do?
so then what happened was I I had a friend that I had to stay with me for a short time. She has a knack for coaching. And so she was like, what in the hell are you doing? Because I'm running around. I'm a single mom. I'm busy. I'm going here, there, not sleeping, and all this to make ends meet. And she's like, you're going to kill yourself. And I'm like, she said, you need to slow down. I said, I can't slow down. Are you crazy? I won't even be able to pay my rent and all my story. And that woke me up. And then also breaking my ankle woke me up, because then the universe said, you're not going to slow down. Boom, we'll slow you down. And so that was like, okay, that it just, woke me up to start slowing down. And then I started working through some of my stuff and working through self-love, making myself matter, taking time for me, which I never did before, slowing down. I put up boundaries, a lot of those things to really start shifting me. And lo and behold, it shifted my gut to a flat stomach.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. From looking 5 months pregnant to a flat stomach.
Wow.
Yeah.
It really goes to show how things that we stuff down do have a severe effect on your connection to your own body.
Totally.
And that connection to other people.
Yeah.
Because as you were probably healing this, did you draw a connection in?
I did.
Well, those things are just so connected, aren't they?
Yeah, because I also, which I didn't mention, went through my dark night of the soul. All the process of that, right? This took time. This was and so so I started developing myself spiritually too, and then yes, my twin flame showed up in my life.
Wow.
Yep.
It's amazing how all of it's connected.
Yes. Yeah, because had I not done that, I wouldn't have found my twin flame.
So what have you found that with finding this new beautiful connection to yourself, what have you been able to show yourself that you could do that you didn't know you could do before?
Yeah. Well, really the power of taking care of me, and because especially women, we're always taking care of everyone else. And we don't take care of ourselves. I think it's just our nature, don't you think, Sherry? We're
very much so. We didn't we just have this conversation? We just had this conversation. Women do have it, and I don't want to get into sexist conversations because I did when we had our conversation. But anyway, but we do tend to go. We're the mothers, we're the nurturers.
Yeah.
There are obvious exceptions, but we tend to go. Soccer practice at 6:30. Guitar practice at so and so. All this being done. All these places you go. All this hustle and bustle, picking up from school, stopping to pay the bills, stopping at the grocery store. Don't forget to get ice. And once you get ice, you can't forget. Oh, don't forget to get bags because there's a field trip on Tuesday and Wednesday comes and there's so much.
Where's that space in there though? And as a man, we're going, where's that space where she receives love?
Yeah, well, we don't. We don't. Yeah, we don't do that. As women, we really don't. Especially as women, we really don't have the time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, to receive love. And there are times when we can feel it and think about it and want it right?
But you never let yourself need it.
But when you're in that, especially when you're in that part of life, you don't want to bring that in and all to all this. And then it's so much going on over here when the peaceful is over here. Yeah.
Man, but it's so vast that we're looking at that and we don't see how that's been a created separation generationally for quite some time.
Go.
We as men need you to receive love as much as you get it.
Yeah. And I didn't know that. I literally.
No, I don't think any female
No.
did know that.
Do they even accept it?
I don't know
if
we have it left in us to receive at the end of the day.
Yeah.
When you're in that space in your life.
Yeah. Why can't you have it in the beginning of the day?
And right, that's what we're trying to fix, right? That's what we're all here trying to fix, is that you don't have to wait until your kids are grown and out of the house before you can have a life and be well and take care of yourself. You can take care of yourself along with taking care of others and taking care. That just means you take better care of yourself than you take of other people. So you're there for them when they need you. Yeah.
I guess it's like it's like that space that you showed me. I had to get rid of my need of wanting you. My needing of waiting needed to be let go of.
Yeah.
It was almost like you didn't even see that the waiting is the issue.
So what are you waiting on? Right.
And even men have that as much as women, or I would say both have it equally, because you learn it from where you come from. You will learn it from
females openly, we do openly talk about marriage, children, our plans for the future, our wedding dress, our wedding, right? The prince comes later.
Wow.
I mean, and it's the truth.
Yeah.
So it's like
we have our whole lives planned: the wedding, the house, the couch, the bed. We have it all done before you guys even come along. And when you guys come along, we're so tired from getting the place together, we just want to take a nap.
Yeah, but I think my biggest...
It's the truth.
As I'm going to ask a question.
I was analogizing.
I've got to ask a question to both of you on behalf of all of the men on the planet.
Okay.
God help us all, the men on the planet.
When did you plan the love?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you got all of that, but shouldn't the love have been planned first?
And that's why we're here.
No, I see what you did there. Why do you keep doing that to us? She's good.
Where does it go?
It literally does, though. You don't even see that all those connection points are a big connection to disconnect.
Yeah.
Until you realize that maybe all those dreams had the feeling of what that love was going to bring, but they weren't focused on the feeling of the love you wanted to have. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you get all those pieces together, and then you figure out you didn't love yourself through it. So you didn't attract the love that would have brought all of that to you anyway. That's kind of what happened to us. Yeah. And I think that's a really strong piece of connection we all need to connect to. Yeah. So, it's beautiful that you bring those things up.
Yeah. And that's where, me disconnecting from myself, like I literally shut myself off from my body, holding my breath, saying nobody cares, and it's like I'm disconnecting myself.
So the universe said, let me do something to your ankle there. Now you sit still and you think about your actions. The universe had them play. When the universe is saying you want to heal something that deep, it forces you into that. I mean, look at COVID. A perfect example. I mean, even though we don't know, we do know that you got to be connected to you right now, no matter what you're trying to do, especially your health, right?
Yeah.
Because we really have forgotten that way. So we could love ourselves and have other people love us too. So I guess anytime you look at what connection does, your health will always tell you the truth.
Yeah. Right. Your body will always tell you if you're off.
Yeah.
It's always speaking to you, but we don't pay attention to it. There's always a reason that you have something going on in your body. And speaking into what you were just talking about too, it's like we don't learn really what love is growing up. Like, unless you had amazing parents who loved each other, but that's not the norm, unfortunately, you know, and because of what you were saying, it's generational. And so, you know, they learn from their parents, and a lot of times there's disconnection there. And so then you just think, well, that's how it is. And we don't learn how to have relationships. We really don't.
No. We learn how to have broken disconnects that we call relationships. Yeah. And it's beautiful. So how can they find you? If they want to find you, where do they go? Where do they look?
Okay. So it's Jodi.Geline.com, JODIGELINE.com. And you guys will put a link in the description.
For sure.
You got that.
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah, so that's where you can find me. And I have an event coming up on Saturday.
I want to hear a little bit more about this event.
Yes.
Okay, do tell.
Okay. So it's called Conscious Health Mastery. And so it's really becoming conscious, aware of what your body is saying to you, and how your thought patterns and your belief systems run your life. They're patterns and habits. And we just have these patterns and habits, and we don't want them anymore. But guess what? They continue until you work on those patterns and habits.
Filing.
Not filing.
Filing. My problem is filing.
Yeah.
I file things.
Your head.
I'm emptying files. Yeah, I'm going to empty files physically and spiritually.
And it's helping your health.
I believe it is. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Purging, for sure. Keeps me awake. It keeps me moving. Purging.
Yeah.
She moves beautifully. I'm sorry. Gotta have that part. See, no, I'm starting this family show. And
I was just
so if you guys are interested, this Saturday it's going to be awesome. Definitely check it out.
Yeah.
And are you offering anything for anybody who watches this, or?
Yeah, I mean, what we'll do also, I can put, if you watch this after Saturday, you on my site, I do have some stuff on there. But what you can do is we'll put a link in the description where you can book a call with me, and I'll spend time with you, and we'll go deep and figure out what it is your body's saying to you and help you with that. So yeah. Yeah. So I'll give a free consultation to anyone watching this. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jodi.
I'm just so honored and so proud that our coaches are out there doing so much cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
I mean, just so much. This is freaking cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's super cool.
Yeah. Because
especially now with me having an illness, trying to figure it out and what the root is.
Yeah.
What is the root of cancer? What is the root? I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Like, I want to read and I want to go in and do all this research. Like, what is the root of cirrhosis? What is the spiritual root? What was it? I messed up, or was it my mom's fault? Oh, it was my grandmother's. What's going on? It was my energy the whole time, holding on to what my grandmother and grandmother did.
Right. It's true.
Yes.
It has to go somewhere. It does. It goes in your body. Think about when you first met your twin flame or whoever, right? You're going on a date and you feel like butterflies in your belly. How did those get there? It was your thoughts that went right to your belly. You're like, ooh, you know, you can feel it. So there's that boom, that direct connection.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Wow. And
right to the sacral chakra. Right to the sacral chakra.
There's that one.
Right to it.
Yeah. And those emotions get trapped in the body, and that's what creates dis-ease.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And
You're
we're
welcome.
going to have you on again, definitely.
This is exciting.
Yes. And
yes.
you guys look for her. She's there. Jodi's got you.
Yeah, go check out these event guys. I'm telling you, Jodi she knows what she's talking about. I was getting ready to say the bad word. Anyway, Jodi is the shit.
Okay.
And,
the shit when it comes to health. Yeah.
There it is.
That's right.
There it
Oh
is.
yeah. very intense.
Jodi has personally given me some really solid, amazing advice and some really cool things that I follow. And we're just so happy that we have you guys out there helping.
Connecting people and helping them connect to themselves.
I love the way how you help them connect to their bodies, to connect to their illness and what is going on with them. I am intrigued, to say the least.
And that's why people have to book a call with me.
So intrigued by this. So yeah.
Book a call with Jodi, guys.
Yep, my
call with Jodi.
Reboot call. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you again, Jodi.
Welcome.
All right.
Okay.